Dana Brunetti is an American film producer and social networking entrepreneur. He is the president of Trigger Street Productions. Early life: Brunetti grew up in Covington, Virginia and attended secondary school at Allegheny High School in Covington. As a child, Brunetti delivered morning and evening editions of his local newspaper. Brunetti left Covington in 1992 when he joined the U.S. Coast Guard. During his enlistment, Brunetti moved to New York. He met actor Kevin Spacey through a chance introduction from a mutual friend while Brunetti was working at a startup digital wireless network company. Film career: early years: shortly after that first introduction, Spacey hired Brunetti as his executive assistant. Brunetti worked with Spacey through several feature films, including 1999's American Beauty and 2001's The Shipping News. In 2001, Brunetti transformed Spacey's Trigger Street Productions TriggerStreet.com, originally the static homepage for Trigger Street Productions, into a website platform for young filmmakers. The site enabled users worldwide to submit screenplays and short films for feedback from other members. It was one of the first large-scale projects of its type. The transformation embodied Spacey's philosophy to send the elevator down, for creative and talented artists simply needing a chance in Hollywood. TriggerStreet.com was relaunched in 2002 as an early social media site, hosting member profiles, providing member ratings of submitted work and interactive forums. Trigger Street steadily gained users, resulting in it being named one of the top 50 best websites of 2004 by Time magazine. The site is now known as Trigger Street Labs, expanding to include short story submissions. Soon after the launch of the new TriggerStreet.com, Brunetti embarked on his own successful producing career. Producer: in 2002, Brunetti co-produced the documentaries Uncle Frank and America Rebuilds, A Year at Ground Zero through Trigger Street. The controversial unreleased documentary Hackers Wanted was also part of the early film slate of the company. In 2004, Spacey promoted Brunetti to president of Trigger Street Productions. Brunetti's first feature film producing credit was as co-producer on 2004's Beyond the Sea. His first full feature credit was Minnie's First Time. He later produced the 2006 film The Sasquatch Dumpling Gang. He also produced the Emmy-nominated Bernard and Doris. Brunetti, a Star Wars fan himself, eagerly produced the Star Wars comedy Fanboys. The film was distributed by the Weinstein Company, and originally slated for release on August 17, 2007. However, after delays for reshoots and disagreements over the film's final cut, the release for Fanboys was delayed until February 9, 2009. Brunetti discussed the film's struggles with the Weinstein Company in interviews on KCRW's The Business Podcast and in the New York Times. Brunetti's first major success was 2008's 21, a film based on Ben Mesrick's New York Times best-selling book Bringing Down the House. Produced on a budget of $35 million, the film went on to a worldwide gross of nearly $158 million. Brunetti later produced Shrink, and Casino Jack. The Social Network. In early 2009, Brunetti teamed with Mesrick on an adaptation of The Accidental Billionaires, which told the story of the founding of Facebook.com. The screenplay adaptation was written by Aaron Sorkin and directed by David Fincher. In writing the book on the founding of Facebook, Mesrick was in touch with some of the founding members but not all. He was having trouble contacting Eduardo Saverin. To facilitate that meeting, Brunetti had a screening in Boston of the movie based Mesrick's first book and invited Saverin to that screening. At the party following the screening, the three of them spent time discussing Mesrick's work. A later screening of the film in Las Vegas resulted in Saverin and his friends again coming visit with Brunetti and Mesrick. Brunetti made sure to have Kevin Spacey attend the premiere and after party as well to ensure that their Facebook-related project would have all the momentum it needed. The 14-page proposal by Mesrick resulted in a movie being sold to Sony that became The Social Network. In 2011, The Social Network was nominated for 8 Oscars, including Best Picture, Music, Actor in a Leading Role, Cinematography, Directing, Film Editing, Sound Mixing and Writing. Brunetti talked about The Social Network on KCRW's The Business Podcast. Philosophy. Brunetti's creative choices represent his philosophy of producing films a guy would like to see. He has famously joked, "I won't make EAT. Pray love." He has formed a strong partnership with Ben Mesrich that has spawned one hit film already and continued collaboration. Brunetti identifies Mesrich's work as dick lit. He favors stories about real guys doing amazing things. Mesrich's partnership with Brunetti is so strong, they have no written agreement. Mesrich's next book is already being discussed as a potential next movie collaboration between the two. Television. Brunetti and Kevin Spacey's Trigger Street Productions released their series, House of Cards, in early 2013. This television series was heralded as the first of many new series of its type that will change the future of television forever. The entire 13-episode series was released on Netflix at the same time. This unique release catered perfectly to the vast majority of Netflix users that enjoy watching episodes back-to-back instead of the traditional one-week break in between continuation of the story in the series. Kevin Spacey starred in this American political drama along with talents such as Robin Wright, Kate Mara, Corey Stoll, Michael Kelly, Sakina Jaffrey, Kristen Connolly and Constance Zimmer. Reed Hastings, Netflix CEO, commented on the overwhelmingly positive reaction to the release of House of Cards by saying, "It's a very nice confirmation of the premise that over the next couple of years we can build something very important." Recent projects. In July 2012, he and Michael DeLuca announced that they would reunite to produce the 50 Shades of Grey film adaptation for Focus Features and Gran Turismo for Sony. Brunetti also produced Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks and directed by Paul Greengrass. Digital media. Brunetti, himself an early Internet producer, holds strong opinions on the future of digital media. In July 2011, at an event at the Talent House in Palo Alto, California, Brunetti offered the audience his perspective on working on House of Cards and told the audience, "A Silicon Valley should start making content. Netflix creating original content is a game changer." Brunetti also told the audience that he thought Amazon, Hulu and Fanda would join Netflix in producing their own content, which would lead to subscription cable companies to offer a la carte content in the next 5 years. In May 2012, Amazon announced plans to create original content. Hulu also announced similar plans in 2012. In August 2012, HBO began a la carte subscriptions for their service in Norway. In early 2013, Verizon unveiled plans to offer cable channels a la carte to consumers. He told an audience in September 2012, that web video will destroy networks and conglomerates as we know it. Personal life. Brunetti is an aviation buff and flew several times on the Concorde before it was decommissioned. He has also flown on Air Force One with President Clinton and with the Navy's Blue Angels. Brunetti is currently dating actress Kristen Chenoweth. References. External links. Dana Brunetti at the Internet Movie Database, Trigger Street Productions website, Dana Brunetti on Twitter, Dana Brunetti on Facebook, 83rd Academy Awards Oscar nominations at the of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.